So we started graphing equations actually a long time ago, but you probably forgot that if you graph just an equals, an equation, an answer on a number line, it's nothing more than just a single point, there's one answer. Okay? But when we do inequalities and we solve them, we're actually getting a lot of answers. It's the number that we get plus either everything below it or everything above it. So there's a lot of answers. Okay? All the fractions, all the decimals, everything less than or equal to 3 is an answer. That's a lot of different numbers. So we say there's an infinite number of solutions. So keep that in mind that when we're doing inequalities, our answer is the number that we get is just the starting point of where all the answers begin. It's like the division line between what's an answer and what is not an answer. Okay? So we just practiced a lot of these. You guys know how to do these pretty well now. Make sure you pay attention. Open circle, closed circle. Well, let's go to the left or right. Number 2.
To the left.
To the left or right?
To the left.
Open or closed?
Open. Close. Close.
Closed. Details matter, right? What about number 3?
To the right. Open. To the left. Open.
To the left, open, good. And number 4?
Open. Right. Open.
Open, good. So all we're going to do today is add in a 1 step. Either add, subtract, or multiply, divide. Tomorrow we'll add in 2 steps. We'll do add, subtract, and multiply and divide together. So for instance, what would be the first step here to get x by itself? Yep.
Subtract 3 and this.
Okay. And negative 7 minus 3 is?
4. 4.
Negative 7 minus 3 is? Anybody? Negative 10. So we have to do arithmetic correctly. If you don't do arithmetic correctly, it will not give you a right answer. Close. We got to get the open, close correct. And all the numbers that are less than 10, or sorry, all the numbers that are less than negative 10. Negative 10, negative 11, negative 12, those are all less than negative 10. Same thing here, we have x minus 6, add 6 to both sides. Negative 4 plus 6, or 6 minus 4, is 2. Open or closed? To the left or right? Okay, so 2 is bigger than all our answers. What numbers will be true here? Would 3 be an answer? Is 2 greater than or equal to 3? No, what about 10? Would 10 be an answer? Is 2 bigger than or equal to 10? No. So we can rewrite this. These are the same thing, right? Tell me. Are those the same thing? 2 is bigger than all our answers, and then the bottom one would be our answers are all less than or equal to 2. Does that mean the same thing? No. This is a big thing. It's a big idea right here. You gotta look at this. We gotta understand that these are the exact same thing. Saying that 2 is bigger than all our answers, and then saying all our answers are smaller than 2, that's saying the exact same thing. The exact same thing. Okay, well, so this will be closed and going to the left. Because no matter where I plug it in, like 0, 2 is bigger than or equal to 0, and 0 is less than or equal to 2. So it works for both. All these answers work for both of them because these are equivalent. They mean the same thing. Alright, what's the first step here? Subtract 8 both sides. Negative 5 minus 8. negative 13. And notice how I flip it around. Negative 13 is less than all our answers, is the same as our answers are all bigger than negative 13. So that direction. Alright, so let's have you guys try a few on your homework. Okay. Or we'll call it classwork, actually. Now, the one thing about this I don't like is that the number line is right underneath the inequality, so you got to squeeze it in a little bit. So right underneath the negative 11, you want to write positive 11, you want to write negative 11. Remember, these have to add to 0. And then below, okay, we can get n is greater than or equal to 8. Is this open or closed?
Closed.
Closed. Okay, so put a closed circle, equal to 8. So this is the equal to part. We have 8 equals. Now we need to do the greater than. Which direction is that? Yeah, what numbers are greater than 8? And all these over here. Just like that. Go below the number 3. P, what minus 19? Okay, so we're going to add 19. Alright, negative 1 plus 19, or 19 minus 1 is 18. Bring down the inequality sign. Okay. Is this an open or closed? Open. Okay, open on 18. Now, where are the answers? To the left or right? Okay, so let's see here. To the right, someone says. So let's just test a number real fast. 20. If you plug 20 in, is that true? Is 18 less than 20? Is 19 less than 20? Is 23 less than, 18? Yeah, so all these are the answers. Because when you plug in any of these numbers, 18 is going to be smaller than all of these. This is the same thing. Go ahead and rewrite it as P is bigger than 18. These mean the exact same thing. Okay? But we usually want to write our answer with a variable on the left side. So yeah, do not use a made-up rule that nobody's ever taught you, but maybe you convince yourself was true. If the arrow goes this way on the question, then the arrow goes that way on the answer. That's just not true. It's too simplistic. It doesn't make sense. We're not doing a matching game where we just make everything the same. All right. Let's see here. Now we can also do multiplying, dividing. And we can do. This is 14 times, right? 14x means 14 times. So we can divide both sides. Divide both sides. Let's reduce negative 28 over 14. What do we get? Negative 2. Okay. Open or closed? Closed to the left or right? Okay, you can pick, how about 0, right? Excuse me. You can pick 0. If you plug in 0, is 0 less than or equal to negative 2? No, it's not. So it means all these other numbers go in the other direction. So if you try to test a number and it doesn't work, you know it's the other side you need to pick. Alright, I'll do one more, then let you guys work. So we got 14 times, so I divided by 14. what does v over 2 mean? Is that addition, multiplication? What is that? Division. So yeah, what divided by 2 is 10? What divided by 2 equals 10? 20. How can we get 20 from these numbers? Multiply by 2, both sides. Notice how I write it up here on the top. So I have a 2 on the top and a 2 on the bottom. They cancel out. V less than or equal to 20. All the numbers that are less than or equal to 20. Is that open or closed? Yeah. And that one's to the left. I will throw out one more rule, and that is when you divide by a negative. If you divide by a negative, and I'll show you the reasoning for this tomorrow, you have to switch the inequality sign. Anytime you divide by a negative, so negative on both sides, switch the sign. We get R and negative 11. Close circle. And left or right? Less than or equal to? Everything going that direction. Okay, let's try to finish up the front in the next 10 minutes or so that we have. Check with your answers with somebody next to you. Make sure you are getting same thing as your neighbor.